Hey, what's up? What's happening? This, this is from a rainstorm last night. It wasn't exactly a storm. It rained, and it was nice. This here is peculiar. Uh, just watch this. Okay, did you see that? It's like something came down, and then these orbs started scattering. Uh, if you want to know where Buddy's at, just keep an eye on something trying to get in the camera. You'll notice it. And what we're looking at here are very tiny rain fragments. They're not raindrops by any means. They are very light appearing, very small, like that right there. That could have been Buddy saying hello. And anyway, they're just like, I watch the LED light and I watch this stuff. And I watch little tornadoes manifest where the LED light is because it is so hot. And these are so small. And, okay, did you see those scatter? Those are vipers right there. I'm almost positive. And whatever in the air, they're going after it. You see that right there? They're going after it, and they are so quick. It's wild. I realized something. Anyway, I wanted to turn this upside down, but never mind. I got the major ones turned upside down, and there was a reason for it. Looks. It looked better. It was really rough trying to pick out the big, the nice pieces and separate it from the areas where there wasn't too much going on. So I just did the best that I could with what I'm using. I'm using the dumb phone, and it has limitations for space and whatnot. And hopefully I can accomplish this. This is like 14 minutes and 26 seconds, 7/10. I don't know how to say that in the correct nomenclature. God forbid, I don't want nobody's job, right? Last thing I want to be is a computer technician, but I'm turning into something of that nature. And you can see these mothers when they pop up. I don't understand that really, how it would take up a whole frame. And it fills the whole screen. It's just not a coat of water. There is, to me, that's microbes. And they are together in one moment, and then they are all over the place in another moment. You could take a mother and look at all the different types in there, and then you will see them separate by themselves out there. You might see two together, and then when you find them all together, it's showing you that they're different, and they're not so much different, but they're different, but they're independent, and they have their own type of look to them, And this is about visuals. And there's not a whole lot that I can explain other than it's very, very tiny stuff. And this is like a micro world, what it would be like to be so small and having to compete amongst other things or matter that is as small as they are. And they are survivors, no doubt. If you've watched my videos, you can see how they get around, and some of the things they do I love to watch them after I cook. They're just wild, and and they seem to be very patient. I went shopping today, and I got some more, you know, meat and etc., hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff. You see that, Mother, right there? Okay, you're gonna see that probably about 3 or 4 times before this video is over. But I really like doing this right here. It's just, it's different every time, and I kind of know why, and it may have to do with something like firmament. You know, firmament. It's mentioned in the Gospels, or the Old Testament rather, in Genesis, where it separates the waters from waters. And I believe we're watching some of that action here. Like I said, they're not rain droplets. They're very, very light, and they appear to be independent. Gravity doesn't seem to affect them, but our laws and their laws are entirely different. I know Buddy is subdimensional. When he could show up and for one moment he's gone, and then pop up feet away from where he was, 4 or 5 feet away, and pop up again. I mean, very fast. You know, you see him, and then you don't, and then you see him again, but he shows up somewhere else. You got 3 of those out there doing that, and that fast. It looks like you got more than a half dozen out there. So they're very smart. I mean, they know this, and they know how they look. That's survival. I've captured them eating as well, and you can see that in my videos. They eat things that, of course, smaller than what they are, and what that thing is, I don't know. I guess I'm cooking meat, so it's maybe something that's being released in the air that they're going after. I mean, that only makes logical sense. Anyway, you might be able to see what I mean. I had a hard time, you know. I was just trying to conserve space, because I know when I begin to slow them down, that, you know, the video just gets longer and longer. I think my capacity is something like 20 minutes. And then you go up beyond that, then you got to come back and start taking things out or shorten something or what have you. I didn't take screenshots of everything. If you want, you can slow it down yourself if you have an account for YouTube, and really get it slower, and you may be able to stop it where you need to stop it and get your own screenshots. I mean, there is some good pictures in here, and to me, very interesting shots. Stuff that just boggles the mind and makes you wonder, what is it? Where did it come from? What is it about? And that's food for thought. I haven't really seen this. Ooh, see, no, I don't got that one. You know, I'm going to have to go back through my videos and maybe have to slow them down more. That's the hardest thing, is getting this thing to pause where you want to pause it. And it just won't do it unless you slow it down about 3 times. And imagine having to do 6 screenshots, and each one has to be slowed down 3 times. And so now you have that many clips out there, and you really can't label them. You probably could, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet, and I really don't have the time nor the patience. I'm more of a guest worker, you know what I mean? I guess. Anyway, we're rolling up here on 10 minutes. Now it's a spot like this that I would take out. And but I didn't want to go back through the video and start making up more clips, because if you take out a space, that's making another clip. You're only allowed 30. I used all of the clips. The best thing to do is you have one clip loaded up with as many separate images that you can, and you know, instead of using clips. But I just tried to get done with this as soon as I could. Ooh, that was cool. We got snowstorms coming. Snow is very interesting, and it's different. We're pretty close to what we had about, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago. That was cool. You see how that was? All tight, bunched up. That was way cool. I think I got that one. Yeah, I got these ones here. I screenshot all of these in here. Great posters. I didn't get that one. I had an LED light and I was hanging it over the camera. If I had known that I was almost messing this up, I wouldn't have done that, but now I know better. I just had it a little bit too close, and it was definitely showing. I'm glad I only did it for that brief time right there. Oh. I was blowing off the lens, trying to clear it up. These are screenshots here? No, I just slowed that down. You know, if we had done this in high-speed camera, I don't know if it would be this dramatic. The trailing is, it's beautiful. I love it. Look at that. It's crazy. And then it looks like there was writing on there and stuff. Very strange. And of course I had to invert, you know, just out of curiosity, what does it look like invert? All right, thank you. Oops, no, we're only at 13 minutes. And it looks like a cow's head right there. I love this stuff. Way cool. You know, this here, that could be a mother at itself. I mean, you know, how do you explain this? I know the trailing, you just, you know, like you take a rod and extinguish the first bug that you see, you know, you can recognize, and all the rest of it is just trail. And you might be able to do that with this as well. And that was strange there. It almost reminded me that it was just reflecting my my light that I had. There it is again. Anyway, like I said, there is going to be more of this, but I'm not going to do as much of it as I would like to.